Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for making this click. I really appreciate you. So go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you are in support of me doing all of this. Nonetheless, let's continue. So the question says the function, and you know I'm doing the paper 2 for January 2020. All right. So the function says, the question says, the function f is defined as f of x equal to x plus 7 divided by 5. You ask to find the value of f of 4 plus f of negative 4. Alright guys, so there are a few things we need to know about this question. So when you see f of x, that's basically the same thing as saying y, okay? So you need to know the value of x when y is equal to 4 and when y is equal to negative 4. So what we do guys is to replace x as 4 and negative 4 in the given expression or the given function. So let's move on. So here x is equal to 4, and for this one x is equal to negative 4. That means in this function where you see x you put 4, where you see x you put negative 4. Let's do the 4 one first. So f of 4 is equal to 2 times 4 plus 7 divided by 5. 4 2s, that's 8. 8 plus 7 divided by 5. I think that's 15. 7, let's see, 15 over 5 is equal to 3. So f of 4 is equal to 3. It's now time to find f of negative 4. So again, where you see x, you put negative 4. All right? So maybe asking, how do I know that? Because the general thing is f of x. So whatever you see here represents x, which is the negative 4. I hope I answered that question. So it's 2 times negative 4 plus 7 all over 5. 2 times negative 4, that's a negative 8, plus 7 all over 5. If you simplify this, you'll get negative 1 over 5. So the initial part of the question is asking us to find f of 4 plus f of negative 4. So if you should add, let me put f of negative 4 here. So if you should add f of 4, which is 3, plus f of negative 4, which is going to be negative 1 over 5, you can easily well do this, guys. All right. So we know that if you want to, you can write this 3 as a fraction, which is going to be 3 over 1, and you find the LCM, or you can just borrow 1 from this 3. You're going to be left with 2. So you're going to say 1 minus 1 over 5. And you know that this one is basically 5 over 5. So 5 over 5 minus 1 over 5. And that will give you 4 over 5. Alright guys. One way, another way of doing this is to understand that 1 whole is representing the denominator that's here. So that's how I get 5 over 5 here. Alright. So 4/5 is left. So you combine the 4/5 with the 2. You'll get 2 and 4 over 5 for your answer. So that's a simple way of doing it. Or you want to go ahead and find the LCM and do all of that. It should give you the same answer. Alright guys. So let's move on to the next part of the question. So I think we need to remember the top part here. So it says we need to calculate the value of x when f of x is equal to 9. So the initial question had said f of x is equal to 2x plus 7 all over 5. Now they're saying that f of x is equal to 9. And this is f of x. So that means anywhere you see f of x, you put 9 for your answer. You will put 9, all right? So let's go from there. 2x plus 7 all over 5. So let's say you need to find the value of x. So here we are solving for the unknown. So you're simplifying an equation to solve for x. So what we do is to carry out the opposite operation. That means if it's dividing, you multiply. If it's adding, you subtract. If it's multiplying, you divide. All right. That's what I mean when I say carry out the opposite operation. So right here, these two are dividing, so I'm going to have to multiply by 5 on both sides to cancel the denominator that's there. 4 times 4, 5 times 9 is 45. All right, so 45 is equal to 2x plus 7. Between this term, that's one term, and another term, between this term and this term, they're adding. So the opposite of addition is subtraction. So if you don't know how to do this, guys, you can check my videos out. I have simple parts on how to solve equations. Yeah. So let's simplify right here. So here we have 2x. So that's cancelled. We have 2x is equal to, what that be now? That's 38 is equal to 38. 38 plus 2. Okay, yeah. 38, and divide by 2 here, then divide by 2 here. You simplify and divide by 2 because these two are multiplying. So x is equal to 19. So when f of x, so remember f of x is equal to y. So when y is equal to 9, x is equal to 19. Alright, guys, so it's basically a pair, you know. You're going to have 19, comma 9, and you basically plot that point. But yeah, never mind. So f of x is equal to 9, x is equal to 19. So I hope this part was easy for you. If not, slow the video down and we can play it again and again. So let's go to the next part of the question. So they're saying that hence or otherwise determine the values, no, the value of f inverse of 9. So for this question, guys, you have two ways of doing it. I'm going to show you both ways so you have an idea. Because when you say hence, that means you can use whatever you get up here to answer this part of the question. All right, guys. So I am going to show you both ways of doing it. So the ways that most typical persons will do is to find the inverse of the function first. So you're basically going to find the inverse of f of x. So then you put the 9 after. So let's go. So the function given was f of x is equal to 2x plus 7 all over 5. And you know when you find the inverse, guys, you're going to replace f of x with y. So you're going to say y is equal to 2x plus 7 all over 5. So from here, you're going to interchange x with y and y with x. That means in raise y, you're going to put x. In raise x, you're going to put y. So let's go. So it's going to be x is equal to 2y plus 7 all over 5. So from here, you're going to solve for y. So solve for y. So as we did in the previous page, guys, we're going to carry out the opposite operation until we get y by itself. So let's go. So for this one, you're going to multiply by 5 on both sides. So this 5 cancels the denominator. So 2y plus 7 is equal to 5x. From here, we're going to subtract 7 from both sides because we want to find the value of y. So 2y is equal to 5x minus 7. From here, we need to find the value of y. So we divide by 2, divide by 2. So that cancels. So y is equal to 5x minus 7 over 2. So remember that f of x, I'm going to put it here again. So f of x is equal to y. This is very important to remember all the time, guys. So therefore, f inverse of x is equal to whatever you have here. 5x minus 7 all over 2. But remember the question asks us to find f of 9. F inverse of 9. So that means here, f inverse of 9 would be, and where you see x here, you put 9. So it's 5 times 9 minus 7 divided by 2. 5 nines at 45 minus 7 all over 2. 45 minus 7 should give you 38. So it's 30. I'm going to go on this side, guys. So it's 38 over 2, and that should give you 19. All right. So f inverse of 9 is 19. All right, guys. I hope this part is clear for you. So let's continue to the next part. So what I was explaining to you is that the second part would be that you identify that when y is equal to 9, x is equal to 19. That means the function f that was given maps 19 to 9, as I was saying to you guys earlier. All right, so you can say basically, you can say hence the inverse of f, the inverse, which is f inverse of x, will map 19 to 9. All right, so therefore f inverse of x is equal to f inverse of, no, I'm saying f inverse of 19, because x is now 19, is equal to 9. All right, guys, and that's a very simple way of doing it. Somehow this lighting decreased, but yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll get back to you on my next video.